Hi there, Melanie at Crate That's What I Do. Sunday, June 28th, and a beautiful day in Toronto, Canada. Thank you for joining me out at the park, crocheting. Hey, let's take a look at the park. They did this little pergola. Is that what this is called? That's behind me. This kind of little pergola thing. This is like brand new at this park, Dufferin Grove, one of my favorite parks. Just had a great conversation with someone. It is like lovely, absolutely lovely. And oh yeah, let's take a look at the park. Oh, just when I want to video. Wait, let's see. Somebody coming through there. Let's take a look. And here we go. Here go the park. Right here. This is the park that had the powwow. Absolutely gorgeous day. The sky looking really beautiful, very blue, lovely. Working on my filet crochet curtains. So I decided this is what I decided to do was add the white. I changed it out, right? So this is Auntie somebody brand, and this is that. And there's the hook, 1.5 millimeter, and just one of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite things to do on a nice warm day. Get some sunshine, get my vitamin D, get outside, crochet. And so that's where I'm at right now with this. So I've taken apart the other, taken off the border. And the other panels, I have the border on for the white, but I left it at home. So I didn't need it. But to get this border on, for me, has been a few days. Like, it has really been a few days. I'm like, wow. So I decided to go with the white and see how it goes from there. Basically. And I'm at the point right now, if the white, I just might be like, well, the white's okay. Maybe I love it, maybe I'm not. See, there go the thing. Maybe I love it, maybe I don't. Let me pause. So this is one of the things I decided today, right? Stopped at this place, Buna Coffee. Love them. They're on Bloor and I don't know, they're before Dufferin. If you want to check them out, they got specialty coffees also. So really enjoyed that. Then came down to the park, Dufferin Grove, which is across from Dufferin Mall, if you are familiar with Toronto, and decided to get started on my crochet. Oh yeah, so if by chance, I put up the curtains, I'm like, well, it's the white, I think I'm at the point where I just have to let it grow on me. Because went up to this place where Value Village used to be on Bloor Street. Is it north of Lansdowne or is it south? I don't know. But yeah, I saw some furniture, so I priced some furniture, okay? Definitely pricing some furniture. Great deals. Used to be where the old Value Village is. Toy TX, I think. Oh my God. I'm going to show you what I got. Hold on. I don't know how this is going to show up, but it's an alarm clock. I hope it's not fuzzy. I tried to clean the camera. I was like, I have to have this. It's just like, I have to have this, okay? And the budget's super tight at this point towards the end of the month. But I was like, I have to have this. Oh, it doesn't have the black. It doesn't have the black. See, the other one had the black numbers. But this one doesn't have the black numbers. I just had to have this. I absolutely had to have this. Okay, this was like a must. And I got this little looking kind of old school wannabe vintage. But the one that was on display had the black numbers, and I should have like checked to see if this was the exact same one. But this okay. This will do. Love it. This is what I got. So cool. Love this. Oh, the crinkly. Sorry. And then I got one of these. I have one of these already, and I tried it out. I don't know if this can be seen. The light, the sunshine. Let's see. Maybe it's better this way. Okay. Yeah, I think so. So this is what I got. This one you plug in with a charger. It comes with the cord, but not the plug-in part, right? And this works really well. I really got this for when I want a needle point, or I could even suggest this maybe for, thinner crochet type things. It has 3 intensities on the light, and it works really, really well. Very happy with this. I picked up a second one. Okay. And maybe this is the clock. You can see the clock better. Oh, love this. Really great deal. The store has great prices. Definitely. No ifs, ands, and buts. So yeah, that's my shopping haul. Towards the end of the month, I'm like, ugh, what am I doing? But I was like, I gotta have it. I just have to. Oh, look, it's got a little pad for the sleeping. For your sleeping. And it takes a battery. It takes a battery. So it's not one of them. Here we go again. Hold on. Okay. So it takes a battery. And it comes with uh, those iPad things you put over your eyes to go to sleep. So this part's real cool. I was like, I just have to have this. I wish I had the black, but I'll take it. I don't want to go back and go see if they have the ones that have the black numbers. I'm just like, this will work. So, so cute. If they would have had pink, oh my God. But this color I love. Kind of like that turquoise, that, standard turquoise color look. So, yeah. Sorry about the crinkly. I got that. This might go in my bathroom or somewhere near the hallway. So I didn't have the money to pick up the furniture. What happened is I went looking and I took measurements of the couch and measurements of a couple other things, right? Because I'm looking for a couch that pulls out into a bed, basically, whether it's a sofa bed or kind of pull down type bed. Of some sort. So I'm like, and it's pink. The couch I'm looking at is pink. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I'm like, it's pink. It's probably, it might get dirty easily. I'd have to probably make a large blanket or something to put over at least the seating part for sure. And I would lose my storage because the couch I have right now pulls up. The top part pulls up and is storage. So I'm looking at 2 other pieces of furniture for the storage, right? Because I would lose that storage. My winter clothes mainly goes in there for the winter time in this little couch, but it has 2 arms on this new couch I'm looking at, and it's low. The 2 arms are low, but it's something, and it's probably long enough for me to lay down on the couch too without pulling it out to the bed as a bed size. And they have some gorgeous sheets in there too. So it's kind of a decision, right? Like, I'm not sure. I still think I'll check with IKEA to see what's going on at IKEA at this point. And I'm not sure about the measurements. It might be a bit long, and I might have to decide to take some furniture or something out because it's a bit long. And I still want to paint my ceiling. I got a real long list. I really do. I think that's always going to be the case with me. You know how I am. Like, long list. How this getting back in there? I don't know. So I'm just going to put it in my bag. Yeah, so that was my shopping haul, my coffee, my great conversation, wonderful gentleman who works there at the coffee shop, the cafe, uh, Ethiopian, but they have some really interesting drinks, which I haven't tried another interesting coffee drink since the matcha, at a cafe since the matcha, which isn't coffee. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, I'll be doing my next. Saw one of my neighbors today. I hadn't seen her in a while. I was going to the Food Basics, which is the grocery store, because I needed to pick up coffee. And yeah, I treated myself to some grind coffee instead of instant. All the things that I usually do not do towards the end of the month, or I try not to do towards the end of the month. So yeah, got a video uploaded today about the filet crochet curtains, and you know that type of thing. Got that one video uploaded, and so I'm like, the white's a bit bright, but probably quickly it's not going to look that bright because the sun fades these colors pretty quickly. And by the time I wash this a couple of times, it's probably not going to look as bright, the white. But I think it's the and the two panels I've kept the same. The two purples on the side, the two greens on the side. But I think the white outline border on each curtain panel is going to make it very continuity, right? It's going to have a consistency. Since I decided to go with the curtains, each panel having different colors beside the pink. So I'm like, yeah, I think this will work for the consistency. It's a pretty huge project. I don't know. Like I said before, if it's something you might be interested in, you might want to leave a comment, get in touch with me if you want some, you know, info or something. How you say this? Info or something. So that part right there is the flag crochet is really, really fun, easy, doable, and with this project, let me get back to what I was saying. Excuse me. This project, I don't know. It depends on the kind of time you put in, the amount of effort you put in. But I'll say if you're just taking it easy and you take it slow and you're just enjoying the project as you like, then you're probably looking at about somewhere in the 4 to 6 month range. Maybe even sooner actually. But then it's like if you need to do your measurements of your curtain or make some adjustments to the chart, the pattern, and if you do this all in one color for two panels, it's probably going to take you less time overall. But it's like a real cool, relaxing project. Take your time. Filet crochet is absolutely amazing. Easy. Once you understand how it works, it's very, very easy. It's actually easy to even get how that works. Okay. And once you just get that, it's an easy project. You could even go into you wouldn't have to make this out of crochet cotton, maybe a very light DK weight. It might be really lovely if it's stiff enough, so it doesn't stretch too much as it hangs on the curtain rod. And yeah, and I still have to figure out how I'm really going to hang these curtains also. So, you know, probably, yeah, depends on how much. What I find with the small needle more than any other size, the hook more than any other size is a really good posture, supporting my arm, Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But supporting my arm, taking enough spaces in between, working with this small, very small hook, really worth it to take spaces in between. Your hands will start to feel this. My hands start to feel this. Unlike when I'm working with, like, say, a 3.5 or 4.0 crochet hook, and getting your spaces or breaks in between crocheting, because this does start to hurt my hand. And I've talked to people before, and the crochet, and they're like, yeah, it's not something you can maybe do for a good 7 hours for the day without taking breaks and spaces, but you know from the crochet with the fillet. And just and it's just lots of fun. And if you go up to a different size, you probably could get, a 2.5 or 3 millimeter hook to, you know, on a maybe an acrylic blend or a cotton blend or cotton, right? But you're gonna get a thicker curtain. That's the thing. And so the fillet looks gorgeous. This is how amazing fillet crochet is, right? Or just, is it crochet? It's probably just crochet. You can go a thicker size with filet crochet with the yarn, and depending on the pattern you pick, it's going to look lovely. You can go worsted weight with filet crochet, right? And the bigger the crochet pattern, the more you work out what's working out for you, how it's looking for you, because of course it doesn't matter your taste. But you can go worsted weight, DK weight, thread weight, and your filet crochet gonna look pretty good. It's gonna look good. Some pattern work is more detailed than others, but it's gonna look good. And I think that's the beauty of filet. But of course, the larger the project, the larger the yarn, the more stretch factor. Okay, so this not some, it's a lightweight, but there is a stretch factor. Like when I hang these up on my curtain rod, just to, mock up to see if I like it, it starts to stretch, okay? So, you see, it's stretchable, okay? It's not overly stretchable, but it is stretchable. So I think that's about the only thing to really consider if you go larger weight of yarn, and if you go a heavier weight, or a heavier weight of yarn and a bigger hook, your stretch factor, so if you're making something larger, then you might want to take that into account, make the adjustments, because there's going to be that stretching factor. If you're making a bedspread or an afghan, or what they call throws, or even if a table runner, about the only other factor that you might have very minimal stretch is a pillow. Or you're framing up the filet crochet. Because that's some gorgeous work that's happening too. People are framing these filet crochets. It looks fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for the couple of YouTubers, I think a YouTuber, a couple of TikTok people. I heard through a YouTuber, they're framing, they clip pictures of the filet crochet. Absolutely looks great. So I might use that ideal, okay? Don't forget hand jan crochet, mosaic Christmas stockings. I did one of the stockings, and that got mentioned in my filet crochet curtain video. Okay, I'm gonna get going because I'm at the park, and in the background is a building that's right there, and you can probably hear these guys are on their skateboards over there, you know, doing their on the skateboard. I don't want a cigarette. Don't tell anyone. Okay? And I bought a carton of cigarettes, and I bought a lighter cigarette. So my you know, that gross stuff, way less, just that quickly. And, you know, I've been working a lot, feeling kind of manic. So I just finally started feeling really tired, and I was like, I'm gonna get some rest. I gotta lay down, you know. So just spent time laying down because I was like, oh, I was feeling quite manic and uh, and that type of thing. And you know, so I feel a little bit more rested and less, you know, undiagnosed bipolar. But the psychiatrist said, yeah, and officially undiagnosed. Diagnosed, unofficially diagnosed, right? Plus PTSD, plus affective psychotic disorder. Try to stay with me on with the chaos. And I wonder how many makers probably got that, something similar like that, or creatives. It's well established in some of the celebrity maker artist people. You know, lots of them. There's quite a few of them that have come out that they're bipolar. So, you know, I don't know what that is. Who knows? That's wild. I was like, well, thanks for the support. Really appreciate that. That, you know, some of them have come out about anxiety. I think this is really great for mental health awareness. I truly, truly do. You know, this is very, very important and, you know, valuable information to know folks like us aren't alone. And there's definitely been, you know, everybody got their thing, you know, to deal with in life, no matter whether they've been so-called mentally health diagnosed or not. Okay, before I start fiending for the smoke, a cigarette, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for joining me. Hope you are having a great day. We had some long, gloomy days. Daggone near 5 to 7 days of these long, gloomy days. Warmish, coldish kind of thing. But it seemed like yesterday I wasn't outside, but today, warm, little cool breeze, hot in the sun, you know, and I'm hoping the summer shape up properly. I was gonna go see a Taste of Junction. Taste of the Junction is this little street festival in the Junction area. It only goes one day, but I wasn't feeling up to it. I just relaxed, you know. I was like, eh. And I woke up really, really late yesterday, so I was like, yeah, but this today, I'm like really making efforts to move myself back to like waking up at like 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. But that gloom and doom, overcast, even though it's warm and not winter, I have real struggles with that, big time. You know, it's like seasonal affective disorder, but it's not because it's cold, like winter. It's just too much doom and gloom. So I started cutting, you know, closing off my windows, making sure I have enough light, in artificial light inside from my plants is a big part of that because they need the light, you know, and but they can thrive in artificial light. So and my plants. So that was kind of where that's at. And you know, it'd be interesting to know if other people go through this with the doom and gloom, you know, plus my extra issues. You know what I'm saying? Those extra ones I just mentioned. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope everything is well. God bless the universe, Allah, whatever it is, Buddha for you, okay? I'm not opposed to anybody's religion or faith. You know, it's just God. It's God. It's a God thing for me. And you know, I'm not Christian. Okay, I'm not Christian, by the way. So you know, I just have my personal belief about God. And you know, I do have some Christian thought processes because I was brought up as a Christian. But you know, other than that, all that matters to me is you believe in the good things in life, and the good your thing is working for you, and it really is enhancing and maybe improving you as a person and towards other people. That's how it is for me, you know, and we all and that's a journey in itself. So That's why part of the deal is may the universe take care of you, okay? Because may the universe always wish you well, because people's beliefs are important, okay? They're very important, and I think we all need a belief, quite frankly. That's my opinion, okay? I think we all need something higher than ourselves to believe in, whether it's the universe, Allah, Buddha, Shiva, Kali, we all need, you know, God, Yah, whatever it is. Yeah, and I've read quite a few religions, and there's a lot of common threads through all the religions, and it's basically the same thing. Be good to yourself and others, pretty much. Yeah. There's more to it than that, but pretty much, okay? So, yeah, much love. Feeling pretty good today. I am. I hope you are too. And thanks for joining me. Enjoy and bye for now.